right, and welcome to the latest episode of The Altar. Okay, it's your boy, Moonlit Matt, back at it again with your boys, Yimra and Ben. How you guys doing? I pre-showed you.
Fantastic.
Doing fantastic. That's good. Who said who said? So, yeah, I wasn't really sure what I want to talk about tonight exactly, but I got get into this whole like people with their vaccination bullshit,
Mm.
like. Well, because there's a couple things coming out, right? Like how we've already talked about the shit where like all these anti-COVID vax people saying magically before they're all getting intubated that they're like, oh, give me the vaccine. Oh, sorry, I can't do it. It's too late.
Oh,
Oh
it's too
no.
late.
Oh, like like, and to refresh everybody, if it was one person saying that or like two, maybe I'd buy it. But every
Maybe.
single fucking case, like everyone knows it takes 2 weeks. Like almost everyone knows it takes 2 weeks for those fucking that shit to work, right?
Mm.
So the shit that's bothering me was like everyone needs to get vaccinated to get this fucking under control or whatever. It's the same like crowd that like my body my choice people wanting to forcibly inject you, and they're like, oh well, no, you're free to do whatever you want with your body, but when it affects me, like your rights end where mine begin. Stay inside. Fuck off. Stay in
Literally.
your house, right? So no, but like it's this weird thing with vaccinations that like and people like they're saying which this whole fucking time with how vaccinations are superior to natural infection. So listen to that very carefully. That science has figured out how to, a magic like is they've figured out how to fight viruses better than your body has.
Of
Okay,
course.
that's why you only need a flu shot like once or twice a year because they figured out how to fucking do it better than your body. Makes sense, right? It's the
Total
stupid shit.
sense.
So not peer reviewed yet. There was a got to give credit to the Jews for this one. This
My people, Israel.
yeah, they did a fucking huge study, man. They had one group was like 60,000 that had gotten fully vaccinated, and I think it was like 40,000 that were had natural infection, and then I think it was like another 20 or 30,000 that were infected and they had one dose, I think of the Pfizer one. But
Mm.
what their what their study said, what they found out was, yeah, natural infection is superior to just vaccination, right? Which is duh. Any
Duh.
anybody, anybody that could ever it has a fucking brain and doesn't like, yeah, what's Biden got to say about this? You know what? He's right. Right. What he just said. Just
Mm.
fucking whisper. Um. Yeah.
Eating his ice cream.
So the study is natural infection is the almost the most base. They said what the most based is getting naturally infected and getting one dose of the vax. I'm cool personally with just one dose of the natural infection and no doses of any vaccine, right? Just give me the dose of nature. I'm fine. Um but yeah, if you guys wanted the most protection from COVID, go get infected. Go have an orgy, maybe at Yimmer's place, because New York's probably a hot spot
Always a hot spot,
for COVID.
baby.
Um, so yeah, get infected. And then if you want extra protection, like a little condom, right? A little vaccination. But
A tasteful amount.
I recommend if anyone actually wanted to get vaccinated, don't get the mRNA. Just don't. I don't know. It's fucking weird to me.
I mean, the Johnson and Johnson one is the alternative to that,
Yeah.
but that's the blood clot vaccine.
Mm.
So
Or just not do it.
Simply get all three so they fight each other, and then you actually will become stronger more than ever.
I'm gonna go inject my wife with the vaccine later. I'm just kidding.
What, HPV?
Yeah. I hope not. So yeah,
yeah.
that was some weird shit. Well, there was a part of the whole, like, I don't have anything specifically for that's not the argument you think it is, you know, because it's been it's been a week. I've been fucking super busy. Like it took me 2 days because I could like for last week's episode I was only able to like it took me 2 days to do the editing for it, but I only spent 20 minutes editing. Right, that's how fucking busy I've been. Like I was trying to like sit down and do it. I'm like, I should just make Ben do it. Like just tell Ben to do it because it's like it's super easy for the most part, right?
Mhm.
I'm like,
I probably could. Like, I could only really do it like before and after work, but yeah.
I'll have Yimmer do something in this podcast except talking about twink harems. You know, put him to work. Ben already has the back. Do you have the backup running, FYI?
I will. In a
Okay,
moment.
That means no.
perfect.
That means
No,
fucking no,
correct.
baby.
Uh,
Oh, No Shay says the mRNA vax turns you into a street shark, and I just watched the Suicide Squad, so that's actually kind of based. I might go get vaxxed now.
okay, so I think I'll
Just
get that vaccine
Stallone?
now.
Yeah, it's Sylvester Stallone, which I didn't know it was him. It kind of sounded like him, and then I told my wife, she's like, "I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to listen to it again." So,
You're gonna hear
yeah.
all the anabolic steroids closing his throat ever so slowly.
What is wrong with you? Can we talk about that for the next 40 minutes?
We
Well,
don't
we
have
got
enough
hey,
time for
listen,
that.
that's not enough time,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
sure.
I
I
know.
mean, we can
Just
start.
kidding. Yeah. So, no, like, dude, work's been fucking crazy. Like, as I joked about, like last year, like with like last year, super fucking slow because of COVID, and now it's like super crazy. But no, it's good. I'm getting my sweat therapy. I'm just kind of thinning up, getting whatever. Not getting the vax, but yeah, because I posted going back to the vaccine shit. I posted that article, and my brother-in-law troll commented on it immediately, right? Like, because I put the conclusion up on there, and he basically like he's like, oh, so you can get the yeah, just get infected and get one dose of the vax. So he's like, or get one dose of the vax and get infected naturally, right? As a joke. So I'm like, no, I'm just good with the natural infection. Then Judson, friend of the show, took the bait. It was like, it was
Johnson.
yeah. I was gonna like message Judson and tell him like, hey, dude, like how many like he's trolling you because he was like, at least I'm not simping for a fucking like big farmer, right? And I'm like
Big
Judson,
farmer.
big farmer, dude, big farmers, big pharma. But no, like cause like he was like going off on my brother-in-law and shit, and my brother-in-law was like, what are you going on about? Like what's going whatever, and I was like. I was gonna message Judson to let him know, like, hey, it's clearly a troll because how many fucking like big pharma simps do you know that would tell you to get naturally infected first? No one. Not one
None.
fucking person. I've not heard one person say, well, yeah, like, you know what, look, if you go ahead and get naturally infected and they get like one dose and they get the supreme fucking protection. They all say, you don't want to risk it. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen to your body. You could have long COVID, the
Yeah.
longest COVID, in and out rapidly. Anal,
The longest COVID, you say? Hey,
the
now
longest
wait a
COVID.
minute. I think
in and
COVID's
out.
kind of based now. Wait a minute.
COVID's
You tell me
sounds-
I can have sex with a virus?
Oh.
You tell me I can use my
sounded
pish
pretty
Goodell and
basic.
butthole for
Yeah,
virus
the
sex?
virus is inside you right
Oh,
now.
but my
Right now.
Yeah. Then what happens?
oh shit, is my brother in here?
Is your brother?
I think my flat Earth brother is in here. Yo, Justin.
Oh, word.
Word up. Oh, that's right, because he's not at church. It's Saturday.
Oh shit.
Based.
Yo, wait.
Flat Earth, but he goes to church.
Wow, what an ideology concept.
Right.
Actually, because I want to have him on because I think a part of his theory, like how it works, like with the Bible, how the flat Earth kind of works with the scripture and shit. It's like interesting, whatever. Get that going, get him on one day. But if we change it from Sunday, it'd be very based because I could do more with him on that.
Word.
But
I don't know if Saturday is going to work for me long term.
no,
I managed to
this is temporary, right?
Okay.
Because your because you said September you're switching to where you Monday.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Mondays off again. So like honestly, that would be the best for me.
Like starting the
Usually I
6th,
like
right?
starting so not Labor Day weekend, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Look at your calendar.
So no, the 13th.
So the 13th. Okay, are you gonna be able
Yeah.
to do Saturday, like the 29th and 5th?
The 29th is hold on.
No,
Well,
I'm sorry,
wait.
I'm dumb. The 4th and
I have to
11th.
say that's tomorrow.
Because I'm a stupid. We're doing it twice. We're doing it twice.
Okay, so this coming Saturday, so a week from today, no, I'm gonna be in California at a wedding.
Okay.
After that, I mean that weekend is when I return to Mondays, so we could do it that Saturday if you need, or we could do it that Monday.
All right. So the 4th you couldn't do it, but the 6th you could.
The 4th I couldn't. That 6th, no.
I like we're just like trying to figure it out.
Yeah, this is exactly what the people want to see right now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, a little
no,
armpit.
so the first Monday I have off in September is the 13th. So that's the first Monday I can do.
So yeah, that's what's the new schedule is going to be, everybody. Is that starting September 13th, it's Monday podcast night at about 8:30. So
yeah.
And Jenny is saying she thought I picked Sunday so the churchgoers couldn't watch. I think church people have.
Well, we need to include them.
Yeah, we need to include them. Yeah, damn, the chat's like blowing up right now. What's going on here?
It's Saturday night. Everybody's hanging out.
Yeah, everyone's hanging out.
Yeah.
Sunday night, everybody's getting ready for their fucking tests on shapes the next day, so they don't have time.
Oh yeah.
Can't relate. Couldn't be me. I was enjoying the charcuterie board with some twinks.
Vince wants thick COVID. He wants thick COVID.
Thick
so
COVID.
Talk about a viral load. How you doing?
Yeah, I'll guys. Girthy COVID, all good.
We're watching COVID. Eagle Eye, the most based movie ever.
Oh my god.
Yo, fucking taking a big old wet dump on the Patriot Act, baby.
Word, I was actually watching The Minority Report last night. That's a fucking throwback.
Yeah, that movie's not about racism.
Yeah, it's like there's not a lot of black people in that movie. So like I said, it is truly.
He's a cop, so it doesn't really count.
It's truly The Minority Report. There's only one black person in there.
And it's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, totally not gay. Well, he's a minority because he's gay. In Minecraft. I'm not getting sued. I'm not getting sued by him. So, so all that weird shit, COVID stuff. And then there was some tweet that was like going to be a part of the, it's not the argument you think it is, because it was like the middle of the night. I get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning and shit. And I feel like feed the baby. Right, and I usually get up and make coffee about 5 o'clock, so I'm ready for like when the kids get up at 5:30, get them dressed, boom, get them out the door, go to daycare, which is free for me for the rest of the year because I'm officially a welfare queen. All right, they've upped the income limits. I got my card in the mail. I don't have to pay for daycare for the rest of the year, and then I pay like $300 less a month or something. So it's very good. So. That aside, going back to so I was looking at Twitter and there was some dude, I can't remember where he's from. He's from some medical place. He had fucking made a tweet that like, has there been any other time in a point of history that we've blamed someone for passing pathogens, right? And he was very specific about the word, like use of the word pathogens, right? And before I actually make this not an argument, I should make sure that I have an argument. Hold on.
Fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
I mean, there was at one point some people purposely spreading it. There was like some South Korean like death cult thing when it first came in. They were purposely spreading it because they thought it was a lot more lethal. I mean, to be fair, it is somewhat lethal to certain groups of people. Sure. It's just not, Black Plague or Spanish. Well, maybe actually might be a little worse than Spanish flu because of the scale of the population.
It's lethal to some people, like the flu is lethal to some people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're 65 and morbidly obese and type 1 and type 2 diabetic, and you have
then you're pretty much guaranteed to
fucking cancer. And, yeah, exactly. And the COVID's just we're just gonna nudge you.
So my goal, one of the things I was gonna bring up wasn't necessarily a counter argument. But my thing was like everyone countering that was like Typhoid Mary, right? Like, well, we fucking blame Typhoid Mary, right? I'm like, that was one fucking person, and she knew she was infecting people. Completely different, right?
That's completely different.
And
Yeah.
then and the same thing with like like I think people fucking AIDS or whatever. It's like you either had people that didn't know, so you can't really, and you didn't blame them until after, right? But you can't really blame them because they're like, well, shit, I didn't know I didn't have any symptoms, right?
You don't even it doesn't even show up on a blood test till like
Yeah.
3 months after having it.
Yeah, so if you find out, but if that person found out they had AIDS and then was going out and like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking raw dog people, then that's a different problem.
Mhm.
Okay?
Unless he lives in California, in which case
Yes.
that's no longer a felony.
What was
I'm
the other
sure
one?
I'm sure as a civil law.
Apparently, there's like a leper colony or something. I don't know if I was to believe.
Leprosy, they still have that?
I have no idea, but apparently there's
Is
leper
that a dumb
colonies.
question? I don't know if that's a dumb question.
I don't know. I think the leper colonies of the time they had,
Oh,
but yeah, like okay, so like oh no, but it's like the biggest thing is the guy was talking about not blaming people, right? Like we have like what he was saying, like we've never done it before, right? We never blame people for pathogens, but we have in a certain way, but not the way that he was talking about. Like and people go to the more ridiculous scenarios, even like typhoid. Like I don't think I have to look at the fucking data on that because I'm not gonna pretend that I know the statistics and the numbers of deaths and shit. But most of these fucking diseases people bring up had a very high survivability rate anyway. It was just like if you had poor nutrition, which is unfortunate, fucking kill you, yada yada yada. But it's like with like the weakest shit. Like, oh yeah, what about the Spanish flu or something? Like, I don't care. They put like what the problem with Spanish flu is because everyone had measles prior and they lost all their T cells and B cells and they couldn't fight the flu. That's simple.
and they also, on large, had bacterial pneumonia from all the fucking masks.
Yeah, based.
It's
Based.
also 100
Based on that.
years ago when you could. To be fair, your immune system was probably built different because being taking cocaine to get ghosts out of your blood
Yeah, Justin's like
or
AIDS,
opium.
another Fauci pandemic. Yeah, Fauci was a part of that too. Well, that's what, dude, motherfuckers hate Fauci because of how AIDS went down. Like the whole fucking AIDS pandemic. Hate that guy. And now they love him for fucking COVID.
It's like George Bush.
Oh, now he's out of office. Everyone's like, he's a cute.
He's a little
Feels
old
bad about
He's sharing candy with Michelle Obama at John, what's his face's funeral, McCain.
They're all in a club and you're not invited.
Word.
Yeah.
They're
God.
all in a big gay club and you're just watching from outside.
If I go to heaven and John McCain's
Okay.
there,
If
if just in case. But I should be there because no kings but Christ. Okay, anarchy, but I only praise the Lord. Right.
mm,
So, but if I get up there and John McCain's there, like Donald Rumsfeld, I'm gonna pull God to the side, like, hey, what the fuck is going on? And then in a
Okay,
blink of an
so-
eye, I'll be in hell. And I'm like, okay, I see how it is.
yep.
See how it's going on now. Rick.
You just pull God aside like he's a fucking like valet. Like, hey, why'd you park these niggas' cars here? I don't know.
Oh, so I just pull up Tumblr and I see that Vince said y'all need to have Frog Post bot on as a guest. Like, isn't that a bot or is that a real person pretending to be a bot?
It might be an actual person.
Oh no!
sometimes it
Yeah.
posts-
What was that fucking post about you?
There's like 3 of them. Here's the thing. It sometimes will just do like it looks like it's algorithmic because sometimes it'll post like pretty much the same bit and just change out keywords. But it's also referenced me 3 times, which is a bit weird because
Yammer style.
like
Gotta be a person.
like if I attempt to probably search myself, half of it is like it's some city in Africa, like a county or something. So like I'm not really anywhere on like Twitter account. I think some of my posts have bled through on certain websites, but definitely not enough for the algorithm of that to pop up unless it's reading from Tumblr and all the people that reblog it, which may be in that circle. But even then, it seems a bit odd because it really has no reason to. It's just very strange for it to use me as a meme like 3 times, and then it responded to me, which yet again
Yeah, I saw
I don't
that
know
one.
if it's
It was
maybe it's a
incredibly based.
bot. it's like a bot, but maybe somebody runs it on occasion, just kind of like does his own thing or does their own thing, whatever gender they be.
Yeah.
Type beat. I mean, I'm sure we could attempt to message whoever runs Frog Bot Post 2, whatever.
Yeah.
I
and
think a
see.
lot of it too is like it's like there probably is a bot that generates the text posts, but it's still a person who chooses to like make posts with them and post images with them if he wants.
Yeah, it probably is just like, all right, bullshit. Here's what I'm gonna put some effort in, or start adding certain extra keywords or something.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, we should. I mean, if there is a person behind it, 98% chance.
Basically, everyone in the chat agrees because I always thought, like, I kind of was like, there was some posts that bot would make, and I'm like, I don't. There's no way. But after that fucking Yimmer stock one, I was like, nope. That's
after like the third time I got like pretty much referenced in it. I was like, this has to either be like the weirdest fluke with whatever algorithm it has, or someone's behind it, or both. Which I'm gonna go with. It's probably, like I said, someone definitely runs it, probably a little more hands on, and probably start seeing what works to get more notes.
That's what.
Probably.
Yeah, get on that. Because actually, guess wise, I gotta find out when my brother's coming out. Because maybe if he's out here, get a little splitter so we could hear whatever's going on. I could have him in person explain to me flat Earth stuff.
Ooh.
Well, because like I remember, like you're still in the chat, you could verify or correct me if I'm wrong. I remember it because I remember I was like when my first son was born, I went over there and I was talking to him about random political stuff, and I think he was. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I think he was like a Republican at the time, but now he's like an anarchist, right? I mean, this is the funniest thing. It's like I think he's an anarchist because the government's lying to him about the Earth being flat. I don't remember, but where he's just finally fucking opened his eyes to like all the bullshit because he lives in Illinois, dude. Like that's what.
How do you live in Illinois and not automatically?
Dude, I think honestly, I think it's just fucking propaganda. Well, no, everyone I know, even like left leaning looks out there, fucking hates Pritzker. That the fucking governor, like he's like that fat fuck. Like he like bears are trained to fucking hide the food from that fucking guy.
You fat fuck.
Double stuffed fucking Michelin Man supersized me looking motherfucker.
Well, that was
you sit on $1 and you make 4 quarters.
When Illinois first locked down, and shit, like, cause I didn't know what Pritzker looked like, right? Cause I'm like, I don't fucking live there, right? Like all my family does, like my brother Justin does, my cop brother does, all of them live over there. Like, I didn't know what the fuck Pritzker looked like. And I saw some fucking article because we were getting ready to go drive over there when they're like, oh, don't travel unless it's, needed or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do it anyway because I'm an anarchist. So I don't give a shit. Yeah. Go fuck yourself. But I looked at a picture of him. I'm like, this motherfucker should be social distancing from the goddamn fridge because he's fucking so fat. Like, I hate to fat shame. But, like, dude, come on.
Do you really hate to fat shame? Do you really?
Sometimes. If the person relatively agrees with me, I'll feel bad about it, and I won't do it.
Like, as somebody who is fat, I fat shame. Okay.
Based.
Okay.
Jenny's fat shaming in the chat. She got the pig emoji going. What was the other thing? It was no. So like I just fucking went out. I went out there anyway because I'm not listening to anything they're doing. But like, what was the other funny thing with Pritzker that I'm remembering at the time was that like his family during like the fucking initial like lockdown shit, they went to fucking Florida.
Of course.
Like after like Florida like lifted the shit, or it was like Florida or something. I remember like it could have been Florida, Wisconsin. Someone might remember in the chat.
Wisconsin, ew.
Yeah, like why would you go to Wisconsin? But no, they went
not even a real state.
They went to like some he stayed in the state, and his family went on like basically went to like their guest house or guest home somewhere, and some reporter brought up, she was like, yeah, so what about the reports that your family was at some other resort, and he like kind of chuckled. He's like, the problem, like when I got into politics, is like there was a rule, like you leave the families out of it or whatever, like you keep it on topic. He's like, I'm not going to be answering this question because I'm gonna just leave the families out of it. And I'm like,
yeah, okay, the candidate's called.
I'm like, you brought your fucking family into this. by sending them out. It's the moment you got elected, your family is a part of this shit. This isn't the fucking. It is the mafia, but it's not the mafia. Okay, you dumb fuck. So, okay, his wife did take off to Florida. My brother just verified. So thank you, Justin. Very based.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah.
So is Justin the cop, or is that a different brother?
No, Justin is my oldest brother. He's not the twin.
Okay. He's not the twin. Right.
Alan is the twin.
So he's not the brother I told you to fuck in the ass to assert dominance.
Correct.
Pause real quick on that one.
Pause real quick.
Can we go back real quick?
Okay, so this story was like Matt was like he was talking.
Oh, you don't actually
about
have to tell
somebody.
me, but all right.
No. I need to explain this because like it's funny because at the time when I made that comment, I didn't know Matt was talking about his brother. Yeah. I tuned into the Discord and I just saw him talking about something, and I was just like, just fuck him in the ass to assert dominance. And everybody starts dying, and I'm just like, what's so fucking funny? He's like, oh, it's my brother. I'm like, oh, don't do that.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey now. Wait a minute. Hey now.
Hold on.
No, so what was funny is so my brother's like, why not? So Justin's like, why not me? I'm like, come on, bro, like stop. And then Enoch, or Inoch, whatever, the chat, like he's been following me for. I didn't even follow the guy back. I think he actually follows me on Instagram too. But he was like, Matt, having a cop twin sounds like a movie premise, and it is a movie premise. There was some shitty fucking movie in the 80s. I was been waiting to make a shit post about it. They're just like taking a clip from the movie, right, and then post it on Tumblr. Like, this is me and my brother. Like, because I can't remember the movie. But it was like these fucking bodybuilders who cannot act, and it's from like the 80s or 90s. Like from the 80s and 90s, and like the huge guys can't fucking act, and the one brother is a cop, and the other is the cat burglar, right? And so it was like, I gotta find the fucking movie. I'll find it later. But
Double Trouble.
Yeah, yo, hey Jamie, pull that up real quick. Is it Double Trouble? Yeah, it is Double Trouble. It is Double Trouble.
The movie's called Double Trouble. Muscle-bound twins try to smash a smuggling ring.
Yes.
Is that what they look like? Oh my god.
Yeah, they're big, dude. They're big.
They're big, but their fucking mullets are awful. Oh, David Carradine, rest in pieces in this movie. That's the one, because I remember me and my brother trying to watch it, and I'm like, dude, the acting is so bad because they're on the roof and like just from these screenshots, this looked bad,
dude. So, what's more evil? What's going on in the chat? So, what was hilarious, it was like the acting supports, yeah, I'm going in, and like dude's wearing as a cop like a fucking, the shirt's cut off right below his tits, right? So he's got his abs showing it, so it's cut off. He's wearing the short shorts. He's going to go up, and he goes up to the roof solo, and he's like, freeze. He's like, hey bro, it's you. What are you doing? I haven't talked to you in so long. And the guy's like, nothing. And it's like, wait a minute. And he scratches his head or something. He's like, oh, wait, you're the cat burglar. And his brother's like, haha, yep. And like, wow, how did I never figure this out? It was like the fucking worst thing ever. And I'm like,
it's like Breaking Bad, basically.
How dare you?
How dare you, sir?
Guess you just got booted from the future episodes. You don't talk to me like that.
Folks, just so you know, Yimra died in a tragic accident and will no longer be joining us on the podcast. Mm-hmm. This is an auto recording that you're seeing below me right now. So, R.I.P. Yimra.
It's 8/28/2021. It is 10:37 p.m. You will not silence me. Hey, I will not be silenced.
I like Jenny's like, sorry to my brother for being mean to the siblings, and like Justin cares. The siblings are meanest to each other anyway.
That's how they live.
Yeah, but what was the other sibling thing? Oh no, so the other joke is that I told AJ in our Discord or whatever, when we'd given the family background, like I got some leftists, like my sister, whatever, was doing this. I got my dad's doing this, my brother's doing like all that. And they're like, wow, like your whole family is a political compass. Like it's every spot on the political compass.
Wait, so who's the actually? I answer.
Who's the what?
Let's say who's the fascist, but I already answered.
Yeah, me, dude. Have you?
Of course.
Want to see my post? I'm the fascist.
Speaking of family stuff, I literally got home today from work, and then I was talking to my father at some point, and he was just like, "Why aren't you out there, like doing the single life, going on Hinge?" And I'm like,
On
"How do you know?"
Hinge? What's Hinge?
Because,
Hinge-
Dad, I'm
Hinge-
already on Grinder. Fuck.
Hinge is like a dating app. There's like there's Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Plenty of Fish. There's about 20 different apps. Christian Mingle,
Hinge. I think
JewishPeopleMeet.com, BlackPeopleMeet.com, Grinder, Grinder Plus or Grinder Gold, whatever the fuck they call it, probably. I was just so thrown off.
This is like Grinder Gold, Grinder Platinum, Grinder subscriptions. I don't know anything about that, of course.
No, not at all. Hunky Jew Bear 3838.
Out at me, you faggot.
Hinge, more like cringe, like that. No shade in the chat.
More
I'm
like
not gonna lie. So
ugly
for
girls
a little while,
and men.
I had a Hinge account, and like I don't mean to make that passing comment just because people are out here trying. You don't want to shit on people, but like Hinge is basically I couldn't make it on Tinder dating app.
This is how it's worked.
Where you date twins.
As a young man who at one point had these apps, and I pretty much just haven't touched them in years now. Tinder is where like the hottest people are at, but 80% of them are just the worst human beings ever. Then you have Bumble, which is a good in between of 50-50, and Hinge is like 25% attractive people and 75% unattractive, quite frankly.
Based.
I didn't get that interpretation from Bumble, honestly. Like Bumble seems like where soy boys go to meet strong feminist women who will buy them Funko Pops. Honestly, that's what I got from that.
I mean, I don't own any Funko Pops, so I can't relate to that.
Yeah.
Rub it.
I mean, hey, listen, if someone's gonna give me that shit for free, I'll take it.
Dating app caste system. Yeah.
Get a jar and everything.
Amazing.
Oh no, I have mixed feelings on dating apps because they're cringe and creepy, but also it's great if like you have to work a lot or you don't go to college and you're like a younger adult and you don't want to deal with the bar scene. Like to build connections with people romantically.
To me, in theory, dating apps aren't a bad idea, right? Especially like you work a lot in practice. Well, no, because like I remember like years before Diana, like I was on like a dating, like this was like I wasn't out here for that long, and I was trying to use like.
Well, this is back when it was really sad to have.
Oh, I never cared. I still wouldn't, like, if I was single now and was on a dating app, I wouldn't care anyway. Because, like, who gives a shit? Like, I don't go out.
No shame, sir.
Well, the thing is, like, where the fuck am I gonna meet anybody, dude? Like, it was, I work, and I come home, and it was like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. So it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, let me fucking find out, someone 30-mile range or whatever. But I used to be on, what are the sites? I think it was OkCupid, Plenty of Fish.
What an awful site.
Like a 37-year-old man.
Yeah. So there was like those two, but it was like dude, like the women, like Plenty of Fish was like terrible. Like those women were like super desperate. I'm like, there's a little too many fish in the sea. You know what I mean?
A little bit too many fish, a little bit too much crack in the sea.
Like the bait's not even out. The rod's not even that long. I don't even know how the bait's out there right now. You know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, no, because I was like, this is like a little too much for salmon. Yeah, like. Oh, like one girl like messaged me drunk, and she's like, "You are so attractive," and it was like at 3 a.m. I woke up to it. I was like, yeah, I'm not really about that. Not really for me, because it was a little like we didn't talk prior, and that was like the first message. Like if we talked for a little bit, and you're drunk at 3 a.m. and message me, like that's fine. But I'm like, don't just rush the gate with that. And then there was. And then I was counter creepy on OkCupid. That I would be drunk and let's say the same fucking kind of messages like, you're so beautiful.
Oh my god!
And
I'm gonna make you
it was literally like I remember one. Oh no, I wasn't that bad. Like I remember one. There was like I'd messaged one girl or whatever about like, oh, we're interested in whatever. I'm like, yeah, like, you're really good looking. And it was like, that was it. Like I said, like, you're really good looking. And I was like drunk and shit. But the next morning I woke up and I was like so embarrassed by it. Because I'm like, why would you send that at that time? So I just deleted my
emotional
account.
post-cum clarity.
I just deleted my fucking account, and that was the last of it. I was just done.
Excellent.
I was done on the dating sites. I'm like, you know what? I'm cool being single. Like, I don't need to deal with it.
You know what? My favorite wake-up call was, I think it was using Hindies or Bumble. I don't remember which one. And there was this girl on there, and she was like way too hot. You know what I mean? You ever just see someone like, this doesn't add up. What's wrong with you? It's like me being on there. Like, I'm too attractive for this shit. And she hits me up, and we're talking for a little bit. It's like a decent conversation. And of course, I reference my ass cheeks because I'm me. Of course, I reference my because I'm handsome. They're gonna thick tush. And she's like, "Oh, are you like gay or something?" It's like, one, I matched with you. Hello. Like, hello. And it's like, well, no, I'm bi. It's like, oh, really? And I'm like, oh no, this is gonna get really bad, isn't it? It did, because she's like, would you like send videos of you like fingering your ass or putting a dildo up there and all this other crazy shit? And I'm like, oh, okay, I see why this doesn't work very well for you with normal people. You got to use this app because you will just ask that to somebody who you barely talk to because you were insane. I was like, oh, it was too good to be true. She had like it was like completely like my type and everything, but like too hot my type, whereas like not cute, just like sexy, which I don't even like because it's like cute can be sexy, but sexy has a hard time being cute, and sexy doesn't age well. Cute, sexy ages well. I have a whole thing about that, but whatever. And I was just like, wow. Wow, yeah, that's a separate podcast. That's where I give advice to people to not be fucking serial
That's the one
killers.
me and Yimmer do without Ben.
Yeah, that's
Next
we
week
give
we're gonna do
dating
without
and
you.
relationship advice.
Have fun at the wedding
Because he's married, and I'm just a handsome fella, and you know, most of my exes hate me, but that's whatever.
Based.
And that was one of those wake up calls where I was like, I could do without the app. It was good for me when I was not going to college, but I was working all the time, and I don't like going to the bar to try to meet people because that's like so. Hey, listen, it can work, but 9 out of 10 times the kind of people I'd be interested in, just it's not gonna jive for me. It's like, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna be gay or something, but not actually because I hate all the gays in my area because they're not my type either. They're fucking.
Well, that's
annoying.
why you top them, bro. You hate fuck them. Like, I hate you gays.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I'm not even gay because I top dudes.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Topping isn't gay. We've established it.
Yeah. As long as you keep your socks on, it's not gay.
All right, so
balls don't touch, socks are on.
Just to reiterate, topping a dude, not gay. Getting topped by a woman, extremely gay. There's your reference.
That being said, you'd be respected more for that than being.
Yeah.
It's a hairline difference. It's a snail and Occam's razor.
Yeah.
Just totally misquote a bunch of fucking things right there in one go.
Yeah, it's the Heisenberg principle of gayness. You know how it is.
Yeah. And that's when he became Heisenberg. When he sucked that dude's dick at a gas station bathroom at 3 a.m. on TCP.
Walt, what happened? I'm gay.
I fucked Hank.
I fucked Tank.
Amazing. All right, so let's we're gonna last couple minutes. We're gonna bring it all back to the beginning, back to COVID again. Because I just opened Twitter because I fucking hate myself, right? And
why do y'all still use that site? Like I still have an active Twitter, but
I get most of my material from that.
I simply just use Instagram to be hot. That's it.
Yeah, same. Just post my cooking, thirst trap.
No, I just like
my cooking. That's about it.
I just like.
I try to talk to women. How's that going?
That women? Yeah, good for you.
All right, fair enough. Give me an actual answer.
Good for you.
There's gonna be a
talked
dick.
to one last night, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're a girl for now.
And it's the same one I've been talking
Jenny said pegging isn't gay, and I'm sorry to have to remind her it is. I mean, it's fine. I mean, if you want to be gay for your woman, that's cool, but it's gay.
But here's the thing, though. Opinions from women.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll,
Carry the
No.
same weight.
it'll be a cold day in hell before I listen to an object.
I would take
He
that.
treats his
Dude,
objects
dude.
like women, man.
She's gonna fucking text me like, "How you better not mean that." I'm like, I don't. It's for the show. For the show.
Of
okay?
course, it's for the show. When we say an Amazon Alexa has more value in opinion than an actual real woman, it's just for the show.
What's funny is like, because I like
Wait, wait. You guys think women are real?
dude, women's
yeah.
women's opinion is like the 3/5 compromise.
Women's opinions started the Civil War.
Jesus Christ. Like, so
Wait,
like,
that could be kind of base then.
so like,
That could be.
like most people know, like if I say something like women or whatever, like they get the joke, and like I like that on Tumblr when
You're
I say
married, obviously.
when I say shit. Yeah, I'm married. I got 3 kids. I got a 4th on the way in 18 months. So, but I like when I throw jokes on Tumblr and shit, and I'm like, and sometimes I'm just thinking like, oh yeah, it's for like my mutuals, right? Because they think it'll be funny, and then I get some like wild ass fucking person, like, how dare you? How dare you say something like that? I'm like, and I forget that I'm on a public website. Yeah, Jenny texts me. She's like, oh no, she's gonna text my wife now. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no!
You let her have your wife's number? What's wrong with you?
No, she doesn't have my wife's number.
Sorry, Jenny.
I just don't think she has my wife's number. Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Find out soon.
When a shoe comes from like left of the fucking camera and you just cracks you in the head, we'll know.
Yeah. Well, no, I just checked the camera. My wife's up with my son right now, so it's cool. It's not a big deal.
Oh, word. Yeah, you just videotape your entire household.
So bring it back. The COVID shit. Actually, fuck the COVID shit. I actually don't care because I just remembered.
COVID's not real.
Something else. Yeah, COVID's fake. No, there was
COVID, the ultimate girl boss gaslight gatekeeper.
Yes, but there was some tweet like, ask an anti-vaxxer if vaccines are the solution, then what it is. The response is my immunity. Yeah, based. 2, vitamins, herbs. Yeah, based. 3, ivermectin. I don't know. Maybe it's based. Probably based. But I'm not gonna do it because I don't need it because my immune system's based and I'm taking vitamins. Oh shit, I forgot my vitamin tonight, but I'm gonna take it before I go to bed, so I'm based. So I reply to that. I'm like, I'll just do ozone therapy, right? And get
No,
vaccinated.
I'll simply take anabolic steroids so my muscles will stop any virus that goes in, and also make my balls smaller because they're too big and heavy. They're like 2 fucking big bass bearings just fucking slam my legs in, black and blues just walking around.
Oh, are they? So what was the thing was that I wanted to end on now that I remembered it was that fucking cop that shot Ashley Babbitt on January 6th, the day that'll live in infamy. Cause it was, I'm gonna go Joker on this one. So I was like, so let me tell you a story about a day a bunch of retarded conservatives walked in to the Capitol building and all the police lost their minds. And they went crazy. Like, and they shot that
You
fucking.
burn down a CVS and nobody cares.
So they
You try to burn down Congress and everyone loses their minds.
everybody loses their minds. So, like, this cop was like, I saved a bunch of lives that day, whatever. And then the fucking guy on Twitter, Brooklyn Dad Defiant.
Powerful name.
Everyone agrees I'm Mexican, right? Everyone understands that? Damn it. Okay.
No.
Puerto Rican. You're Puerto Rican?
I'm Puerto Rican. Okay.
You established this.
Because, well,
bullshit.
if I was Mexican, I would say this stupid spick. But I'm not Mexican, so I wouldn't call him a stupid
If you were
spick.
Mexican, we wouldn't be on a podcast with you because you couldn't speak English.
Right. So I wouldn't call him a stupid spick or anything because that I'm not Mexican. I can't say that. But
You said about 5 times already.
yeah. So he's
Dick.
like,
Hey,
at
Matt,
least
you
4.
Mexican?
Yeah, absolutely. So,
All right.
So the tweet was that Michael Berg, the Capitol police officer who shot and killed Ashley Babbitt, told Lester Holt that he was hoping his commands would be complied with before pulling the trigger. And then he goes, she was posing she was posing a threat to the United States House of Representatives. He stopped a terrorist. And then, so that's already bootlicking. That's like stage 1 bootlicking. That's like typical bootlicking you never fucking hear about. From the guy that would criticize any like shooting of a black person, like understandably, right? Like
reasonable or otherwise.
No. He would be reasonable in questioning like a shooting of an innocent black person, right? Like you'd be like, oh, that cop was out of line for shooting that because he was unarmed, right? But no, fucking the right wing comes in. That's a problem. But I'm not gonna be like, imagine if the situation was reversed because it's gay, and I'm gonna.
The conservative argument is, yeah, but what if same but different?
Yeah,
which may be valid, but it's been used to death and it doesn't work. For the opposing side.
No, but what works for this is I do have opposing cases for this instance.
Yeah, but you're also talking about conservatives, so that's why
I had to bring up the conservatives where they do that weird shit. There's a lot of bootlicking, like, wow, it's wild. Like one of the comments that stuck out, the argument you don't think it is, I guess, would be that one of the comments I remember reading was that, wow, it's wild. A lot of patriots would be okay with the storming of the Capitol. I'm like, yeah, it's in the fucking Constitution. Yeah. The Declaration of Independence.
No, they don't feel represented. There's a reason we have a democracy. Technically,
I'm pretty sure it was in the Declaration of Independence, like it was like to overthrow the government or whatever.
If you don't feel represented, you basically vote the guy. If it keeps being a problem, then you pull them out of the fucking office. You don't have to fucking murder. You pull them out of the office. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, you fucking
basically,
broke.
without harming the person, you come in, armed and saying, hey, listen, you haven't represented us. You have done wrong by us, the people. Get the fuck out of here. That's what happened in the 40s, like right after World War II, in that one town in Texas. I can't do the name of the town. It's called Athens or something.
Athens, that was it, Athens.
You look it up. I think it was in 46. A bunch of army events came back, and the cops were being a bunch of fucking fascist, boot thumping douchebags.
Boot thumping.
Oh, Yemro. So speaking of politicians being removed from office, how is New York dealing with the loss of Cuomo?
I don't know if you saw the video I reblogged a while ago where everybody was losing their fucking minds in the best way. Everyone's having a good time. Good. There was not a single person that's upset. Everyone's happy. Good. Everyone's on board.
So I heard there was a support Governor Cuomo rally right after the allegations dropped, and 12 people showed up.
That sounds about right. And to those 12 people, may you drink lighter fluid and swallow live matches and burn in hell. You fucking cunt.
So this is what I don't get though, because for years New York voted for this dude in overwhelming numbers. A lot of it, of course, in New York City. But I'm just hey, so what y'all gonna be a little more critical about the entire state government, or no? Of course not, right?
No.
Yeah, why would we do that? Why?
No, he's just a bad apple.
Just a bad apple. It's just one example.
He's just Italian.
Representative.
He's just Italian. Hey. What's going on over here?
Hey.
So, so a lot of bootlegging.
Are any of us sober right now?
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely not. I fucking had 2.
I'm planning on driving my car into a pole, going about 50 plus right now. So,
all right, drive that from your state to mine into my pole. You fucking fag.
Oh, that's fucking gay.
Oh,
fucking
who said it? I'm just kidding. So no, I'm on. I think I've had 4 beers since I got home, and I had 2 we went out to.
I had Red Lobster.
Yeah, Red Lobster. Fuck Red Lobster. No,
I had Red Lobster. It was a
time. 3 shots, and I haven't eaten shit since 2 o'clock.
You've had 4 shots.
No, I've had 3.
I counted. I literally watched.
I will have number 4 right now, but I know I had 3.
No, do 4. Do 4 right now, I guess.
All right, I'm doing it right now. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Tell people what to do.
Superstar.
Yeah, we're gonna end this episode on a shot. Ben's gonna take that shot. His 5th shot.
Yep.
And we're gonna call it's 5th. The last episode I wasn't even on. You said you did 3.
Hey, Jamie, play it back.
No, okay, so the last one, that was 4. I said 3, but it was 4. This time, it's 4.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm just making you drink more. You're gonna text me tomorrow, you motherfucker. So let's do the sign-off shot.
Tequila is my friend.
Sign-off drink. I got a little swig left on this pull over here. All right. Well, I'd like to thank everyone, the podcast listeners, when they listen to this. Thank you for listening and all that. And then
we are nothing without you.
Yeah, we're nothing. I'm something without them.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, I scrubbed that. We're all great.
Emotionally and spiritually
So,
on suicide watch, but yeah.
With everyone coming out tonight, thank you very much. And
Guillermo, you're too gorgeous to be suicidal. So stop.
oh, Ben is drunk.
Emotionally and spiritually is not.
I'm
literally.
very drunk.
Ben is drunk.
This is 4
Yeah,
shots.
Ben said something nice to me. Ooh.
Yeah, I say nice things to you all the time. Shut
Ooh.
up.
Wait. Ooh, me? Little old me?
Yes, you.
Little old me?
Oh, me? Okay, well, everybody, have a good night.
We stand for the flag and kneel for the crust.
All right, there we go. That's it.
Crusty cock.
Y'all wild.
Yeah.
Let's see if that ends right away.